I got some great news recently. And the backdrop of this, and this is relevant to each and every one of you, if you have ever suffered from an eating disorder or any thyroid issues, or you're a woman above a certain age, or fill in the blank, we are all at risk for osteoporosis. And because of my kind of extended eating disorder history and the fallout which occurred over many years from that, for years, I was diagnosed with osteopenia, which is kind of a lower than expected level of bone density for my age. And a few years ago, it actually turned into full-blown osteoporosis. And in 2016 and 2017, I had 4 broken bones. I had a stress fracture in my foot, and I was in a boot for 2 months. And then I had 3 broken ribs in 2017. And the first broken rib just happened because someone was assisting me with a pull-up, and they were holding my back and it broke a rib. And then I got 2 more broken ribs after that. And so that's how bad my situation was. And I got a bone density scan and it had turned into full-blown osteoporosis. And I was told that that I would never recover bone mass, and that, there was medication that I should definitely take, but, that had some really kind of scary possible side effects that I didn't like. And so I decided not to go that path. And this is just my personal story. We each have to follow what's right for us. And I really started doing strength training in a very committed way. And strength training has been shown to build bone density. And so from 2017 to this month, I got a repeat scan. And not only do I not have osteopenia, I do not have osteoporosis, and my bone density is actually higher than expected for my age. And that was done through consistent strength training. So if I can do it, you can do it. And this is just a public service announcement to anyone who is scared of strength training, of the power that you can have over your own health through your own commitment, action, and behavior. I'm not special. I just did it consistently. And my routine wasn't even specifically designed for osteoporosis. I was just like, I'm going to do strength training. I did a lot of moves that work one side at a time. That puts a little more pressure on, your bones and your body. And so like, if you think like a diamond is formed under pressure, bone density is built under pressure in a way. And I would definitely do this with guidance, but I absolutely lift heavy weights. We're not talking about 2 to 3 pound weights here. And don't worry about getting bulky. That's totally a myth. Very few women, it's so incredibly hard to build muscle mass. You have no idea. And what happens, in my theory, is that many people, when they start weight training, they get hungrier and they start eating more, and they actually put on body fat with muscle. And then they think the weight training has made them bulky. So it definitely would change your food plan a little bit, but that's figure outable. So I just want anyone who ever gets diagnosed to understand that this can be reversed, but it takes commitment, it takes effort, but it is possible. And I'm not sitting on my laurels. Like, as long as I'm capable of strength training, I will. And I would train about 3 days a week, 1 day upper body, 1 day lower body, 1 day mixed. And so again, that's not a medical prescription, but it worked for me. And some weeks it was more, some weeks it was less. The whole pandemic of a year of only being able to use whatever dumbbells you can have in your home was mixed in there. So, I think I would have even had better results if there hadn't been like a year and a half of home workouts. So again, I just want to share this with you because it may affect you, and it is entirely possible. Again, there's nothing special about me. And as you know, I've probably had more medical challenges than most people, but this was a real victory. And when my doctor looked at the results, he almost fell out of his chair. I kid you not. I have never seen a happy medical reaction like that in my life. And, it was kind of like interesting